Yeah. Walker, this could go seriously wrong, so I want you to be on your guard. If anything happens to me, you need to flee back to Castle Black. Jesus Christ, when did they build this monstrosity? Good day.
Oh, hello there.
How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you guys?
We're good. We're audience. Do you out here?
We can go in the walls. I was just gathering some materials I had to store in here. Come inside.
Sure.
Just meet me at the gate right down there. I've got to shut the other one.
Sure. Let's park the horses up here. Oh, Jesus. The hell? Blasted thing.
Oh, hello there.
Hello there. Looks like I've just got all the visitors today. May I ask who you are?
Yes. I am Sir Baron of King's Landing.
Ah, Sir Baron. Good day.
Ah, Lord Commander. How goes the Night's Watch?
It goes.
The Wildlings stopped their attacks.
For now, feel like we pushed them back enough.
They did.
Very
They
well.
did suffer a crushing defeat yesterday.
Well, I guess I will let the Lord Commander go first, since it seems he has already met you first.
That's
Can we
fine.
go inside? I've got to get a spot of water real quick. Did any of you require water or food?
I'm okay, thank you.
I am alright, my lady.
Okay, come this way, please. Okay, gentlemen, how can I help you?
Can we speak in private?
Sure, we can have a seat in the gardens over here. If you gentlemen would like, you can have a gander at the farm over there. It's quite lucrative. If you need anything, take a couple of items for yourself.
Very well, my lady.
Now, milady, I wish you no disrespect, but it's come to our attention that you are harboring a wildling. We heard this from one of your men's own mouths.
And you'll hear it from my own mouth too, that we do have a former wildling who resides here, who is more than happy to kill any wildling he crosses himself.
Oh, well,
And I also informed, I can't remember which one of your men had come and stopped by, that if at any chance he acts out of line or smudges the name of the Iron Claw, that I myself will bring you his head.
I see. Well, even so, wildlings are tricksy. We can't just allow one wildling south of the wall. You see, we're obliged by the realm and the kings of men to safeguard the peace, and if one wildling is south of the wall, what's to stop the others coming? And the others, and then the raiding parties start, and they start killing and raping and burning villages like these to the ground, you see. How do you
I
know you
understand
can
that.
really trust him?
Because he saved my life on more than one occasion.
People can save
so-
people's lives all the time if they do that to get where they want to be.
That's very true, but in that respect, I owe him a debt, and I offered him safe harbor here. Not to mention, he's one of the hardest workers I have, and is more than earned his keep.
I know of what position you are in, and I fully understand your position. Trust me, I do. There's a reason why we're coming here to speak to you, and that's because we have good relations obviously set up, and I want to further them good relations onwards. And we know obviously what you're doing here and working very hard is quite admirable. And I know of your political ties right now in form of regarding taxes also. And I want to say, obviously, the Night's Watch, cannot get involved in any political ties between the lords and men of the land. But
Oh, you mean the
we do
Lord
have a
Darling
good
trying to
solid
tax
ear.
me?
Indeed.
Yeah. The only reason he got anything from my village is because he intimidated a poor farmhand while I was away. But he won't be getting another thing from me unless it's the point of my sword, unless he learns some proper manners.
This was the Lord of the Lannisters, I believe.
Yes, the good Lord
Thomas.
Darling.
Yes. Well, as I see the map and I understand the regions from my previous experience as a knight, that obviously they shouldn't have jurisdiction here, and essentially this land belongs to the Vale. Now, I don't know if you obviously have a truce with the Vale have allowed you to build here. That's your business and the Vale's business. I assume that you do so.
We've pledged to be bannermen for the Vale, because from this side no one can attack without passing us, and we guard the non-traditional path up to the Vale, which apparently the Lord Darling Lannister believes there's only one way up and down the mountain, when honestly there's several ways up and down.
Well, yes, I'm aware, but he shouldn't obviously be taxing your lands. But again, that's not for us to decide. But obviously, we have met the Lord Lannister, and we do have a good ear with the Winterfell Lord and Lady there, as well as met the Lord of the Vale. So obviously, we can verbally give our support in your stead against the Lannisters, against obviously them doing the taxes, but we unfortunately can't act or give any political views or ties. This might obviously be in your favor and gain the lords to listen to your advantage, but even so, if we do that, I believe obviously we would require the surrender of your wildling friend. And I know he's one of your hardest workers, and obviously, like you said, you believe he would kill any wildling here, or that comes south of the wall. But from my experience with wildlings, they cannot be trusted, and you could be harboring one of the greatest threats to the realm.
Well, his mother was a wildling. No, his mother was a southerner and his father was a wildling. And so he was brought up in proper mannerisms and such. His mother was killed when she was trying to flee with him, and his father as well. So he bears no love towards the wildlings at all and just seeks to return to his mother's people.
It's not unheard of that wildlings butcher and kill each other. There's 7 or so different tribes of wildlings we've come to learn over the years that butcher each other on a daily occurrence. Although quite recently they seem to be banding together, which is quite worrying. And you might have heard, obviously, we've been getting constant attacks from the wildling menace in the north, and if they keep banding together, it's going to be harder and harder for us to force them out. And we are worried that your wildling could possibly be a spy for them, and just safe in using your good nature here in this village to gain information of us as well as the lords around the land that are south of the wall. The peaceful solution and the best solution for us would be obviously for us to obviously put forward our view, not political or agendrous, but our personal views on the matter of your taxes, and you surrender over the wildling to us, and again the realm will be safe. I don't want to battle you. I have no intention of battling you or anybody here. But again, wildlings cannot be trusted.
I'm sorry that you even think that would be a viable option, but I'm not the type of person to sell someone else off to be killed for my own personal gain. Whether you speak on my behalf to the Lannister or not, I cannot betray a man who's saved my life on numerous occasions.
How, since you hold him a good friend, we make a special exception not to kill him, but to just send him on his way north of the wall.
So, you're worried that he might be a spy and may go back and give information. So you're going to take the man who has information, possibly, and send him back to the north where he could deliver the information that you're worried he was going to deliver in the first place.
Either way, we could probably be getting information to them right under our noses now somehow. The wildlings are tricksy like that. But at least he's north of the wall.
Underneath
we know
his
exactly
mammoth.
where he is. You
He's
have one
asleep.
of them mammoth beasts here too?
Yeah, he brought one. Come, I'll show it to you. She's quite the beauty.
Filthy thing. Be on your guard, Walker. These things have trampled countless of our men.
Oh no, she's quite friendly. This way.
The time we come here, your mom told us he was a prisoner here.
What's that?
That this wildling was a prisoner here and you're captive.
No, he's not a captive at all. This is Kara.
Goddamn beast.
Oh, she's quite tame. She doesn't get much work around here except for gathering thatch and wood, maybe some berries here or there. She is quite tame.
All that I can say is that you'll have to approach the king and see if he grants full citizenship for this wildling. If that's not the case, then it is our job to either A, kill the wildling, B, capture it and keep it prisoner, or send it north of the wall. I can try and set up this meeting with the king for you, but you have to be willing, obviously, if it does not go to plan, to be surrendering the wildling.
Okay, give me just a moment to think on that. Hold on.
Sure.
I mean, our wildling has caused no troubles as yet, so, I mean, I don't mind going and speaking to the king. I just don't necessarily agree that it's all that necessary.
Well, I mean, if the king could grant you favor, obviously grant citizenship to such a thing, as long as obviously you look out for him or her, but that they don't do anything. It would be your responsibility. But again, that's up to the king. I cannot grant such a thing. We are just here to hunt down the wildlings and protect the realm, as you can understand.
No,
We
I
have
do
no
truly
quarrel with
understand.
you.
Put it this way, the wildling found 20 gold, and do you know what he did with it? He handed it to me, as well as some very nice art pieces.
Well, that's not unheard of, since the wildlings probably don't know the grasp of currency. They don't have any currency, they just trade in whatever items they need.
Very
Unless he
true.
knows the lands. Like you said, unless his mother taught him of such things. I don't know his history or story.
He speaks, I don't know what wildlings, I imagine they sound like grunting beasts, but he has quite the gentlemanly mannerisms, and, the first to, yell at me if I can escort it without at least a bear or two.
Yes, well, quite a few wildlings we met are well spoken in our tongue, strange enough. I'm not too sure how. They do obviously have their own separate tribal language as well, which is kind of like grunting, but we can't really understand it at all. You can see I want the peaceful
you tolerate the
resolution
cold
for,
in the
for
north?
both of us.
Well, I will think and speak to him on behalf of our wildling. He'll then know that he will be kept safe and protected at all costs.
Yes, if the king can send word to us with his decision either way, that would be grand.
I will.
Obviously, time is of the essence with this matter also, milady.
I will try. It's sometimes a bit hard for me to with the lords and the king of the land, as not everyone's awake when I'm awake.
You see, well, no matter, either way, it will come to a resolution, but I want to still further trade and helpful ship between us at the Night's Watch and your fine town here.
Yeah, we'd more than be happy to continue friendly relationships. I don't want war with anyone, really.
I see, yes. War is not a good time. We at the Night's Watch don't get involved in such political and wartime mannerisms and manners, but But if it's the same wildling we believe it's the one that fled from Winterfell after causing some trouble up there, as that's the only one that we know of which is living south of the wall.
Then I suggest you extend patrols in your eyes and ears, my dear. There are several wildlings who more and who have breached your defenses.
Most of them have been captured. Most of them have been captured and reprimanded already.
Well, this wildling that you have here, his story matches the one that he told Winterfell.
Indeed.
Okay.
It just lines up with the story. I don't know the name of said wildling. All that we know is that he spoke to people at Winterfell and caused some trouble up there, and that he said his mother was of southern descent. So it kind of matches. That's all we've got to go on at the moment.
No, he told me he did pass through Winterfell. I'm sure it must be him. He told me that he met with someone. He'd met with a couple of people in Winterfell, and they'd told him it was all right for him to have a bit of a shack out. But someone who didn't know of the arrangement came by and was a bit hostile towards him, and so he did flee.
He was lucky he fled at the time that he did, just before we're about to raid him.
Yes.
The poor lad, he's terrified. He won't go any further north than the Vale. And I don't think he's actually even gone up to the mountain with me yet.
How old is he and what does he look like, any chance?
Oh gosh, I don't know. He's probably about my age or so. I'd say mid-20s to early 30s. And I don't know, he's usually dressed in leathers or fur.
Hair colour?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Certain hair colour or beard at all?
Honestly, he's usually wearing a cap when I see him. I can't honestly think of his hair. Maybe it's dark. I think I might have seen him without a cap on once. It's generally dark. He's of fairer skin. And that's all that I can say right now. Think it off the top of my head.
That's fine, you've been a girl. Well, I guess we'll wait on the king's decision. I think 3 days would be enough time, and then we'll come back to the village and see the verdict and see what we can discuss and work out from there.
I do appreciate your nice compromise. It's quite...
We're not bad people, milady. We just have our duties. And we've known these wildling people. And while his story might be true, there's just certain chances with the realm's defense that we just can't take.
Well, think of it this way. Some of your Night's Watch with thieves, murderers, and rapists, are they not? And yet they've been given a chance to protect the realm.
Indeed.
And as this man has saved my life, I believe he deserves a chance as well to change his life.
Indeed, but if he's south of the wall, he still has to obey by the laws of the land, which is up to the king.
And I understand that, which he's done nothing outside of the law. The man won't even into a chest and grab his own set of tools.
You just keep your wits about you, milady. Could all be a ploy for a greater plan to breach the wall. They've already tried twice in the last 3 days. We fought them back each time.
Well, I don't worry too much. I'm pretty. Most of them are quite afraid of me because I hit harder than most of them. Always blacksmithing and lifting heavy stones and such. So quite capable of handling myself, as well as I have a few skills with sword. Most of them know that if they ever come across my bad side, I'd be more than willing to take them down, especially if it.
Yes, well, again, just keep your wits about you.
Always.
Well, I think
like
that's
my
our
torch is gone.
business done for now. Thank you
Alright.
for hearing us out, me lady. I hope we can resolve this issue.
Oh yes, I do as well. And I do thank you again for your patience and compromise on the situation. I realize it must be difficult for you.
Indeed.
But I firmly stand by a man is innocent until proven guilty.
Yes, I mean, his story would be fine here long if we didn't hear and have all these reports from Winterfell about him as well. But obviously that causes great concern, and fundamentally it's up to the king and his decision on the matter.
No, I fully understand that. Hopefully the other gentlemen are still waiting by.
Sir Baron.
Yes.
Stood by us. The waves.
Let's see.
Hakan, there you are, darling. There's two gentlemen still waiting past the gate.
I just talked with them.
Okay, would you send them into the garden for me?
Just follow me.
Again, Lord Commander, it was a pleasure seeing you again, and I do
Indeed.
hope to continue our friendly relations.
Indeed, take care.
Safe travels.
We'll have a word with the close lords and see what we can do to aid you in that respect.
Thank you so much. Please do travel safe, and thank you for your protection of the realm.
Thank you. Sir Baron, good day.
Lord Commander, have a good day. Hello there, my lady.
Hello there.
3 days, Walker. Oh, can we even get out? I guess we have to go down here. Yes, 3 days. If we don't hear anything, we'll send them sellswords in.
No, yes. It seems like it's quite easy to penetrate.
Did you get the present from Bashbreed, by the way?
Ah, yes. Fine sword.
Perfect. Perfect.